We have debated the nature of the object since planetfall, but it wasn't until it began to slow and change course that we were certain it was a ship. A ship from Earth, launched long after we thought it was impossible. Its course clear and its arrival imminent. Celebrations swept the colony in anticipation of reunion with our brethren. All attempts to contact the vessel, however, were met with silence. They were either unable to respond or did not wish to. As we watched its approach, we prepared for any eventuality. Now, the wait is over.
Hello guys, and welcome to a new Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, and finally Rising Tide is with us. I am super excited to get into this as soon as possible. Basically, in the past I obviously did my 3 entire playthroughs of Beyond Earth because I really enjoyed it, and I think that's the most amount of episodes or playthroughs aside from DayZ that I've ever done for a single game, and that was just because I enjoyed it so much. It was really easy, it was really flowing, and yeah, it was just so much fun. Now we've got Rising Tide, and I plan to do a similar thing again. I'm thinking of maybe doing 2 campaigns, one after the other. Obviously I don't have much time to do both at the same time, but yeah, I am really psyched to get into this, so I'm definitely going to jump straight in. We're going to set up a new game. We are going to start on Gemini difficulty. This is going to be hard difficulty. I'm taking it a notch down from Sawyer's, which is what I did my previous campaign in with Brasilia, I think it was. We're taking it down a notch from very hard to just hard, mainly because there's a lot of new mechanics and a lot of new things that I need to pick up and learn. So this will be my tester campaign for Rising Tide, and hopefully you know, this will last a little while, and then I can do another one at a harder difficulty afterwards. We're going to keep the game pace at standard as usual, and we are going to keep the planet size at standard, which is the largest we can get. Massive, we can make it so that the actual planet is bigger, but you can't get more players, so I don't like that very much. 8 players is good on the size of the map that it gives you, so I'm going to go with standard. Now I have decided on a sponsor. I was planning to maybe do a poll, but I didn't feel enough people followed me on social media, on like Twitter or Facebook. Make sure you go and do that. Please go do that, because I would like to do polls in the future for this kind of game. But anyway, I have chosen to go with Chungsu. And the reason I'm going to do that is because there's quite a lot of changes to covert operations, or at least it seems that way by the fact that they brought in a nation that is very covert based. Obviously there is the ARC, who have the covert operations complete 30% faster and require 1 less intrigue level to attempt. But Chungsu is like each successful covert operation in a foreign city rewards 10 science per agent rank, and also you start with a covert agent, which is really, really useful. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to try Chungsu. We also get to make planetfall at sea if available, which is awesome. Something I'm really excited about, and I hope I get to do. So Chungsu it is for us. And I've decided to go for artists in this one. We're going to take extra culture fast. I really want to boost my culture at the start. I'm going to go for a very industrial-based start with secondary technology for my virtues, and I want to rush that as quickly as possible, so we're going to go with artists at the start. For my spacecraft, I'm actually going to take Continental Surveyor, because that will reveal coasts on the map, and you'll see why when I choose my planet. But before that, we got to choose our cargo, and I am going to start with a worker unit. For my planet, I have chosen to go for some advanced worlds, which will be Ceti D. And this is a planet of seas and archipelagos with a wealth of resources and booming biodiversity. So this will really show us a lot about the new game. That's what I'm hoping from picking this particular planet type. We'll have a lot of water to play with, which will be really good for our nation. And I'll also have a lot of resources, because apparently the resource pods give you like items now, which is really cool. And the biodiversity as well. So we'll get to see a lot of the new alien types. So let's go ahead and start the game and see what planet we get. And here we are, guys, on our new planet. Interesting. I'm thinking, based on what we've got here, I should probably start near the coral from the beginning. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna settle on the water entirely. No single tile is going to be on land for us. So yeah, I'm going to settle there. And we have a very cold biome by the looks of things. I don't think I've had a cold planet in a single playthrough that I've had so far. Let's select a project, because obviously we have the headquarters for Covert Ops so early. Because we have our agent already, I need to pick one of these, and we are going to go for the plus 2% health for each agent at headquarters. For now, at least. I can't assign him anywhere other than my own settlement. So, you know, I would do that. Except from there's not really much point. I don't think there's any actions I can do in my own settlement. We'll assign him and find out. Obviously, I'm still trying to figure out the new expansion stuff. I didn't think there was anything previously that you could do in your own settlement. So, maybe that's changed. Now for Gyeongsang, we are going to start by building an old Earth relic. And there's a new currency in the game, which is capital, and it's used for diplomacy. So that's pretty interesting. And you do get extra from an old Earth relic. Extra capital, that is. So I am going to go for that. For our research, I'm going to go towards genetics, I think. We're going to go for the health buildings early on, mainly because I don't have any bonuses to health from my initial settings. So that's pretty important, especially if I'm planning to expand quite fast, and I'm planning to go industrial. So I'm hoping that I can boost myself very quickly at the start of the game with big boost to my industry, a lot of focus on expansion, and then go up against other players, mainly through my covert ops. That's what I'm planning, but we'll see. Anyway, you can see that the map, due to my continental surveyors, has revealed a lot of the map. It shows me basically all the landmass in the game, because you can see that by the way in which the outline is. Sorry about the map loading a little bit. Can't really help that. We're going to automate our worker, although... what do I need here? Want to improve our work barge? I think we're going to go with that, actually. Give us some extra production early on. I'm going to keep that manual for now, just so that it doesn't build anything silly. My explorer is going to head towards our nearest resource pod, so we're going to do that as well. And of course we've got all these resource pods discovered because we've Got Continental Surveyor and victories updated. Nothing much there. We have our first sponsor joining us. And that's different. Normally they would introduce themselves. So actually, it looks like we're going to have to go over there and say hi, rather than them just introducing themselves when they come down. We've already bumped into some hydrocoral. That's something new to the game. It basically stops you from moving on that tile until it's destroyed, and is basically an annoyance for your nation. I've heard about some quests actually that allow you to use hydrocoil. I think it's you get line of sight around them, I think it is. I was reading up on it. It's really annoying that this sea dragon is actually sitting on that tile. Let's go to this progenitor ruin instead. I'm going to be next turning quite a bit, and there's not much else we can do. And yeah, as soon as I can, I'll get that progenitor ruin and we'll go searching for some more resource pods. So my plan here was, because I want to expand pretty fast, going to prosperity and getting a colonist very quickly would be very useful. Also, I can get an extra worker unit if I need one. And then I was planning to switch over to industry and head towards like the profiteering, and so I can trade between all my settlements. We can also get interdependence network, which gives us plus 25% more yields from your trade routes to your own cities, which is very, very useful. So I'm thinking going prosperity to industry, and going all the way down industry, then all the way down knowledge, or maybe mixing a bit of the two. So yeah, we're going to go with prosperity first. Going to get the 10% growth in every city, or it retains 10% of its food after it grows, sorry. Probably be more specific with that. And we're going to set up our explorer there. That's pretty cool. The explorer drops off a submarine and it goes round in circles, finding stuff under the water. My work is done there. Are we going to go on to the algae? I think we are. And we're going to construct another work barge there. And for our production in Gyeongsang, we are going to build another explorer. I think that's a pretty good idea early on, because there are a lot of resource pods on the map and a lot of ruins and so on to discover, because it's a rich planet. Definitely a good idea. So I'm going to head towards homesteading, and then we'll go towards colony initiative once we get the next level. Shouldn't take too long, because we are bringing in a lot of culture from our early decisions. I'm not sure whether to get rid of this alien Ripper. Look at that. One of the new alien units. That looks pretty badass. I can fire on that, but I do want to go like kind of harmony. Harmony and purity is what I'm planning to go. One of the hybrid affinities. Expedition completed. The expedition team has found a cavernous labyrinth underneath the progenitor ruins. While plumbing the depths, they found a few dozen interactive devices made of glowing stone that dissolved a few minutes after being touched. The rest of the maze was silent and empty. The knowledge the team gained from the devices illuminates parts of a distant technology called hypercomputing, and our scientists acquire preliminary research on it. We also discovered an artifact. This is new to the game, a void spectre. It's battered though. Definite yet unquantifiable presence. This alien substance is considered by scientists to be an unintended product of an advanced ancient race working with dark matter. Some argue that the floating gel is actually a sentient, extra dimensional being. So we have that in our library now. If we go to our artifact, we can have a look at that. And you can actually put these into these slots and they will give you certain things. So in this case, this one's going to give me 90 energy. But the thing is, I'm not going to do that straight away because you can combine them with other artifacts that you find in order to get permanent bonuses for your nation. So as soon as you find 3 and you can fill up all the slots, you can do that. So we're going to go around and we're going to pick up some of these resource pods. That's going to be my first port of call. And that alien sea dragon's still sitting on the resource pod. That's so annoying. Trust the AI. Okay, looks like we can get it this turn. Sneak in there, snatch that up. And we found a portable reactor and fuel source inside the resource pod. You are able to activate it despite some damage from landing, providing 50 energy. That's great. And we got a Batulia Co. family drone. Battered. Small autonomous robot. The Brasilia Co. family drone was built to replace the void one filled by domesticated animal companions. The droid, or the drone, was capable of fulfilling household duties such as fetching items, cleaning floors, and of guarding the home using its optical processing brain. Great. So that's going into our artifacts. I'm not sure if you can combine... Yeah, you can. Okay, you can combine those. What does that actually give me? Gives me production and culture. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just let this worker automate. I wanted to build those work barges early so that when I get the virtue that gives me +1 energy from every basic resource, we get it straight away. So yeah, free colonists now. Awesome stuff. Up here it's recommending that we land there. Not entirely sure. That may be a good idea. There's some recommendations down here, but I haven't explored that way. Let's see. If I go here, let me just turn on yield icons. Yeah, that's a production tile. That's fine, but we need to think about the resources. So we've got algae, we've got eggs, which will give us culture. We've got some xenomass and some floatstone. Quite a lot of floatstone. Was that 2? Actually, there's only 4 floatstone and 8 xenomass. That's fine anyway, because that's the 2 we're looking to get. I was thinking of going harmony and purity, and we need xenomass and floatstone. So that actually seems to be quite a nice place to put it. Maybe on the water instead would be a good idea. I'm not too sure though with this alien sea dragon hanging about. We'll keep it on land for now. And take it up there, and then I'll probably put it on water. Hopefully it doesn't get destroyed by the alien sea dragon. That would be horrific. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's turn that off and go to the next turn. Right, so this explorer can head down this way. I might actually head around this way, even though there isn't a resource pod here, just because I think it's important that we see what's there, especially considering we got recommended to put a city there. So we're going to head down past all of this Hydra coral, which is going to get really annoying. Was I calling it Hydra coil earlier? It's actually Hydra coral. So yeah. Anyway. Just skipping a few turns. So many aliens. Holy moly. Also, it might be worth picking up another expedition module while we're here. Mustn't forget to do that. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to attack me then. That would have been bad. Maybe it's safer for me to put it on land for now, especially with all the sea creatures around. The trouble is, if I put it on the land, it can never move, which is annoying. What you can do in Rising Tide is if you go into the production here, you can click Move City. And what it does is it keeps all the tiles that you already have and then moves your city 1 tile in any direction. I think that's what it does anyway. And then you get access to the tiles around your city. So yeah, can only move 1 tile at a time and cannot move closer than 2 tiles away from another city or outpost. The production cost of moving increases based on the number of buildings built in the city. Cities can only move onto coast tiles. That should probably say after you research the planetary survey. Okay. But for now, we are going to work on a clinic. We should probably get a military unit at some point as well, just in case these aliens get a bit rowdy. Am I going to put this on land? I'm not sure. I want this sea dragon to get out of the way. I think we'll just leave it there. We'll tell it to do nothing for this turn. It's important that I get that in the right place. So let's go on to the sea and just fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If this gets destroyed, I'm going to be so mad. This game will be like uber hate on me. Okay, thank God. Okay, so we're going to create our new settlement. That's really good. And we can develop a new virtue. I'm going to go for the labour logistics now. That's the plan. We mustn't forget that we also get a free virtue from the first tier synergy bonus. So we got to look out for that. Yeah, this would be really cool because again, more Xenomass, more floatstone. That's brilliant. Let's go get this resource pod. Okay, these alien rippers, they look like absolutely crazy. I would not want to jump in the water with those about. So we got some culture there. I'm not going to read all of those. I'm just going to read like the new stuff that I haven't seen before. So yeah, just continuing to skip turns. This settlement's a little bit far away. Like preferably I would have had it a bit closer. But I think with the like sea nations or I think with the sea nations that you benefit more if you put them in the right place no matter how far away they are, because you're on the sea and you can just trade between your cities pretty easily. It's going to be actually quite hard though. We mustn't forget about like sea creatures coming along and destroying my trade. That would be annoying. So anyway, I forgot to get an expedition module on this explorer. Where's my new explorer? I did create a new explorer, didn't I? Or am I just... what? I'm so confused. Did I... why did that change? Oh, I'm so confused why that happened. I think the settlement told me to change the production. That's what I thought, but apparently it didn't. Right, so we're going to jump onto water there. We can build the clinic this turn. Right, okay, that's fine. I'm probably going to send this guy over to the alien skeleton here, if it will let me. There are so many aliens coming around Jeonsang at the moment that it might become an issue, because they'll probably end up blocking me in. Now we're going to go for a patrol boat, get some military on the go, and this guy is going to continue exploring. Let's go get this resource pod over there. So we're going to go with the +5 energy in the capital. There we go. It's going to boost our income a little bit for the time being.
You go to war with the soldiers you have. Make sure those are the soldiers you want.
So genetics is complete. We have access to the Ceti nursery and the farmer lab. Awesome. I think now we are going to go with alien life forms. I have had like a little look at this. I did play like the beginning of a campaign by myself just to get familiar with some of the stuff. I noticed under alien life forms that explorers may leash alien units. Leashing takes control of the target alien unit. The explorer will suffer moderate damage in the process. So basically you can train aliens to fight for you. So those sea creatures, for example, I could send an alien there to say, hey, you know, you want to fight for me? That's what I plan to do quite a lot of. That's why I'm focusing on building explorers quite a lot. Also because of the resource pods as well. And all of the ruins and stuff that we need to explore. But yeah. The explorer units may leash units. It says requires level 3 in harmony. Leashing cannot be used on colossal alien units. Maybe when we get to level 3 harmony that actually happens, or maybe we require level 3 harmony in order to leash units. I think that's probably the case. We can probably never leash colossal alien units. We're going to get pioneering for now, I think. Or maybe we should get planetary survey. I think we need pioneering first, because I want to get the trade depot going along with the trade vessels. So quest decision, do we want free maintenance or culture? We want the extra culture, definitely. And yeah, this fella, head to the alien skeleton, please. Marvel discovered. Interesting. A colossal alien device has been discovered on the planet's icy surface. Sorry, I keep pronouncing things wrong today. Rising high into the sky, the structure appears to be millennia old. Built from materials that have withstood eons of decay, mankind can only hope to understand the technologies in use. A closer examination reveals that the central spire houses a massive drill, reaching far below the planet's crust. At those depths, no metal should survive the planet's intense heat. Radio interference at the site suggests the device may be communicating with something nearby. So we've got to investigate alien structures. Interesting. So we got one right next to us, I think. Yeah, that's, what's that? Floating alien structure, yeah. So we'll go and have a look at that. I think we need to use an explorer. It said, like, find or explore, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Ooh, there's one right in front of us there. We'll go do that once we build another explorer. I'll probably build one after the patrol boat, unless I have the trade depot to build in the meantime. A new sponsor has joined us. You don't know who they are yet, because we haven't met them. And we discovered something there. Gifts from home. We got plus 35 science from that quest. And we got a free solar collector. Nice. And we also got a high mass friction welder, which is in pristine condition. Construction equipment used to bond large sheets of metal without temperature manipulation. Friction welders such as this were used in the construction of the seed chips as an energy efficient way to ensure structural stability. So seed chips were the things that were fired off Earth towards the planet that we're on or wherever else. The device was notoriously damaged, or notoriously dangerous. See, still doing it. And after several reported injuries, this equipment was operated solely by specialized technicians. So maybe we can get something special now. Let's put them all in here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we get plus 45 production overall, and we get Tesseract targeting. Cities can bombard through terrain obstacles. Honestly, I don't think I need that. See, just getting it on its own would give me 96 production. So we're going to hold on to some of these, and we're going to just collect a few of them and see what kind of boost we can get to our nation. But anyway, before we do that, Unfortunately, it has been my time. I'm just going to set up this solar collector. That's already been the first episode. I just seriously want to play more. Like, that I really, really do. But that's all I have time for today. So hopefully you enjoy this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.